Kihinval epake Matuste samage Vajaha vajahane Vajaha vajahane Vajaha vajahane Vajaha vajahane Vojahanage Kimad mid mirake Kihinval epake Matuste samage Vajaha vajahane Vajaha vajahane Vajaha vajahane Vajaha vajahane Vojahanage Kimad mid mirake Kihinval epake Matuste samage Vajaha vajahane Vajaha vajahane Vajaha vajahane Vajaha vajahane Vojahanage Kimad mid mirake Kihinval epake Matuste samage Vajaha vajahane Vajaha vajahane Vajaha vajahane Vajaha vajahane Vojahanage Kimad mid mirake Kihinval epake Matuste samage Vajaha vajahane
Please rise for the national anthem, presented in Navajo by Miss Navajo Nation, Valentina Klitso.
Yashon danol I Hayol kalbiyitten Bada Niko at Da not I agone hil nalini no dos do beson de sos na pa itraya betawani ye kodenali ni hejende dande pahatlini ahol ago benita pahatzita holonde eye betasi hasen Tone das iltosende Toshi e som pelsenelgo Danata holado Niye kaya bigeye God Hajan Nahazli.
Distinguished guests, please take your seats. The program will begin momentarily.
Please welcome Arizona Congressman Raul Grijalva.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. You know, in trying to figure out what to say on this unique day, it was very difficult. Because this is not something that is a snapshot that just happened overnight. It has been a consistent, devoted, and difficult struggle and path. To have this monument proclamation today by President Biden, and how thankful and appreciative we are of this president for this action. It has taken a struggle. And no one knows that struggle better than the indigenous people that have never forgotten that struggle. And the tribal coalition, their leadership, has taught all of us a very, very valuable lesson. I met Navajo Hopi, young lady firefighter, when we were waiting at the tarmac for President Biden to arrive and greet him. And she came over and thanked me, and I said, no, this is a really important for your people. To realize the fact that the footprint is closer and closer and closer to being permanent. That the ancestral lands are not forgotten fantasies, but realities right across us. And that the role of indigenous people in the tribes will be of significance, not window dressing. And I said, so it's a great day for you. And she answered, it's a great day for all people. And she's right. Today is about the identity of this nation of ours. Today is about respect to the first of our species that touched this place and these lands. And today is a day of remembrance that this struggle is not new, and those before us that continue to fight, advocate, and struggle for the protection of these sacred lands are remembered. Thank you very much.
Please welcome Secretary of the Interior, Deb Haaland.
Hello. Hi. Hello. Thank you. Thank you all so much. And good morning, Mr. President, tribal leaders, colleagues, and friends. I'm so honored to again be here in Arizona with all of you today. The state of my birth, where my earliest memories of family and tradition are, but also a place that holds stark memories of the assimilation era for many. My mother and her siblings were born and raised in a boxcar here, while my Pueblo grandfather worked for decades on the railroad. For Indigenous peoples, our histories are often bittersweet. We have joy, we have love, we have community, but we also have trauma because of the policies of the federal government and the legacies those policies have left behind. Native American history is American history, and that's what today is about. This president and this administration see Indian country. I'm standing here as a testament of that recognition. Today, President Biden will designate the newest national monument, Baj Nawabjo Ita Kukveni, to protect and honor the ancestral homelands of many sovereign tribal nations. Feeling seen means being appreciated for who we are, the original stewards of our shared lands and waters. It means investing in our people and recognizing the power of Indigenous knowledge as a key part of collaborative conservation. And it means making sure that Indigenous wisdom and perspective informs our decisions so that together we will usher in a future that our grandchildren deserve to inherit. Today, we celebrate that the President and this administration have made room for Indian country at the table. Our work is far from over, but the progress we've made together is truly historic. There is no place I would rather be today than here with all of you. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to be beside you to witness this moment in history. Dawa e. Esquali Ekanopa. Thank you.
Please welcome Arizona Senator Kirsten Sinema.
Thank you, Secretary Haaland and Congressman Grijalva. I am so grateful to be here today with all of you, celebrating what we have long worked together to achieve, a new Grand Canyon National Monument. President Biden, we appreciate you coming to Arizona and personally designating the monument today. Thank you. The Grand Canyon is a national treasure, and here in Arizona, it is more than that. It is a symbol of our state, a critical part of our history, our heritage, our cultural, and our economic strength. I was born and raised right here in Arizona, and I take seriously our responsibility to protect the canyon so that Arizonans and visitors from all across the globe can continue to enjoy our canyon for generations to come. Today's designation is the product of hard work and relentless determination of those of you here and thousands more Arizonans from diverse backgrounds and interests, all with a shared passion for protecting Arizona's air, our land, our water for future generations, including Arizona's tribal communities, local leaders, conservationists, sportsmen, and many more. I particularly would like to thank the Grand Canyon Associated Tribes, Coconino County, the Grand Canyon Trust, the Arizona Game and Fish Department, and all of Arizona's sportsmen community for helping us reach this momentous occasion. Importantly, today also represents the incredible bipartisan legacies of two of Arizona's best, my hero, Senator John McCain, and Congressman Mo Udall. Senator McCain and Congressman Udall were members of different political parties, but they remained united in always fighting for what's best for Arizona, and they were both resolute in their commitment to protect the canyon. It's that spirit that brings us here together, and it is that spirit that defines Arizona. We're a state of diverse lands, of diverse governments, of diverse people, but together we remain focused on ensuring that Arizona remains the great State 48. Today's action follows legislation introduced by Congressman Grijalva and myself that will designate nearly 1 million acres around the canyon as a national monument, protecting the canyon and surrounding area, preserving this critical watershed, safeguarding tribal heritage, and supporting outdoor recreation opportunities our economy relies on. All of these will help ensure that visitors and locals alike can continue to enjoy the beauty of the Grand Canyon, not just now, but well into the future. Today's designation shows what is possible when we are willing to work together, to focus on our shared values, and collaborate to achieve a goal that serves everyone. I'm proud of this collaboration, and I'm honored to be a part of this coalition to help be a part of today's effort to protect the Grand Canyon. Thank you so much.
Please welcome Arizona Governor Katie Hobbs.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. Thank you, Senator Sinema, Congressman Grijalva, Secretary Haaland, and President Biden. As Governor of Arizona, it is my honor and pleasure to welcome you to the appropriately named Grand Canyon State. Today, we are celebrating a historic moment for our state, a moment that would not be possible without the tireless advocacy from tribal leaders and communities. I am proud to stand here today with leaders from the Colorado River Indian tribes, the Havasupai tribe, the Hopi tribe, the Wallapai tribe, the Kaibab Band of Paiutes, Las Vegas Band of Paiute, Moapa Band of Paiutes of Southern Nevada, Navajo Nation, Paiute Indian Tribe of Utah, the San Juan Southern Paiute Tribe, the Shivwits Band of Paiute, the Yavapai Apache Nation, and the Pueblo of Zuni as the Baj Nuavo Eta Kukveni Grand Canyon National Monument is officially designated. Leaders, you and your people have led the effort to create this designation. Today belongs to you. Please stand so we can honor your hard work with a round of applause. Thank you. As governor of this state, I have been blessed with the opportunity to visit tribal communities and meet with tribal leadership to strengthen the partnership with state government that for too long has not been a priority. What I have seen time and time again is an unconditional devotion to your people and your cause, and we see the result of that devotion here today. Back in May, I wrote to President Biden, Secretary Haaland, and Secretary Vilsack expressing my support for this designation, outlining the many ways it would be beneficial to our state and our people. The Grand Canyon is known as one of the 7 natural wonders of the world, but here in Arizona, we know it and its region for so much more. First and foremost, it is a culturally sacred place, stewarded by indigenous peoples for centuries. But also, the Grand Canyon region is a significant contributor to our state's economy. According to a recent National Park Service report, in 2021, 4.5 million people visited Grand Canyon National Park and spent an estimated $710 million in park gateway regions alone, supporting over 9,300 jobs. The Grand Canyon region is a place where millions hike, hunt, fish, pray, meditate, camp, and enjoy the natural world. In addition to Indigenous voices, my office has heard from people across the political spectrum, including sporting groups, faith leaders, outdoor recreation businesses, conservation groups, and others from a broad array of interests that support this monument designation. I can think of no better use of the Antiquities Act than to protect our state's namesake treasure. This designation will safeguard one of our most important water supplies, continue to support a strong economic activity in communities across our state, and preserve a cultural and natural treasure for future generations. I am so proud to be here with all of you today to celebrate this monumental occasion. Thank you.
Going on stage.
Distinguished guests, please take your seat. The program will begin momentarily.
Please welcome youth leader from the Hopi and Havasupai tribes, Maya Talusi Little.
Gamuje Baje, Nyasivio, Maya Talusi Little Exijge. My name is Maya Gadaba Talusi Little. I'm the daughter of Carletta Talusi and Robert Little, and the niece of the late Rex Talusi. I am also a senior at Cactus Shadows High School in Cave Creek, Arizona. It is such an honor to be here today on this truly historic day at the sacred lands of the many tribes within the Grand Canyon Tribal Coalition. Standing here at Rep Butte represents the unity of the tribes to protect our ancestral lands. I've grown up swimming in Havasu Falls, where I learned a deep love and respect for our land and water. I've had the privilege to travel with my mother on her journey to protect our sacred homeland, its abundant natural resources, and to fight for environmental justice for all people. I'm here representing the next generation that has the responsibility to continue this vital work. This is our home, and we are committed to its protection. We are forever grateful to the President for his commitment to protect our homelands for the tribes and everyone who recognizes the beauty of the Grand Canyon. It is a privilege to welcome all the tribal leaders, congressional leaders, and White House staff to our homelands. It is now my honor to introduce a true leader pursuing environmental justice, President Joe Biden.
Thank you. Please have a seat if you have one. If you don't have one, you can sit down anyway if you want. Well, thank you very, very much. Maya, thank you for the introduction. When I was your age, to be able to stand up and introduce anybody, let alone a president, I would have frozen. Thank you. You're an impressive young woman. And I'm going to come down to those waterfalls pretty soon. It's great to be here with Secretary Haaland, our first Native American Cabinet Secretary, and Brenda Malloy, the chair of our Council of Environmental Quality. And Governor Hobbs, congratulations, and you're doing a heck of a job. And Senator Kirsten Sinema, Congressman, where's the congressman? Is he here? There. We've been hanging out since I got here a little bit. Raul has been a good friend and done a great deal. He's one of the most popular congressmen in the country, I think, who've long championed this effort in Congress. And Congressman Grace Stanton has been a leader as well. And thanks to all the state, county, and local officials who've worked so hard to see this day happen, make it happen. And you have. Believe me, I know you have. To the Forest Service, the Bureau of Land Management professionals here, thank you. Thank you for caring for our public lands, the most precious thing we have. And special thanks to tribal leaders joining us whose ancestors stewarded these lands since time immemorial. I got to meet most of you last night. I'm looking forward to saying hello to you again today. And a special hello to Jimmy McCain. Where are you, Jimmy? I'm going to embarrass you. You don't think he's going to be introduced. Where is it? There you are, Jimmy. Jimmy's dad was a dear friend of mine. We were like two brothers who we got along together. When we argued like hell. We really went at it. But he was a great patriot and a man of enormous integrity. And Jimmy, you're just like your dad, serving your country in Iraq and Afghanistan and continuing to serve as a second lieutenant in the United States Army. Thank you, pal. And I say this with all sincerity. No one ever doubts I mean what I say. Sometimes I say all that I mean, though. I think of your dad all the time about how much he loved this country and how optimistic he was, optimistic about our future. So thank you for being here, pal. Thank you for your continued service. America's natural wonders are our nation's heart and soul. That's not hyperbole, that's a fact. They unite us, they inspire us. A birthright we pass down from generation to generation. And that's why from day one, I've taken historic steps to conserve our natural treasures for all ages. My first week as president, I signed an executive order establishing our country's most ambitious conservation goal ever. I made a commitment that we will protect 30% of all our nation's lands and waters, conserve all 30% of all our nation's lands and waters by 2030. And we're on our way. And we're delivering. Just my first year in office, we've done more, protected more lands than anyone since the 1960s, John Kennedy's era. 9 million acres in Alaska and Bristol Bay and the Tongass Forest. 225,000 acres in Minnesota, the Boundary Waters. We're working to protect 770,000 square miles in the Pacific Ocean, southwest of Hawaii, a new maritime sanctuary, and network of islands and reefs almost 3 times the size of Texas, on track to be among the largest protected ocean area on the entire planet. We've already restored protection for 3 national monuments gutted by the last administration, 2 not so far from here in Utah, the Grand Staircase and Bears Ears. By the way, I'll never forget, I was standing in Washington, a little girl walked up to me, I could see her daddy say, go up and say something to the president. She walked up and she said, Mr. President, would you take care of Bears Ears for me? And I didn't know what she meant when she said it. Would you take care of Bears Ears for me? Well, we took care of her and we gave her the signing pen. A third of the coast of New England and the Northeast Canyons and seamounts. Look, we've designated new national monuments as well. Camp Hale in Colorado, 50,000 acres. Spirit Mountain in Nevada, 500,000 acres. Kastner Range in Texas, 6,600 acres. And just last month, honoring Emmett Till and his mother, Mamie Till Mobley, in Mississippi and in Illinois. But folks, it's not hyperbole to suggest that there is no national treasure, none that is grander than the Grand Canyon. The Grand Canyon, one of the Earth's 9 wonders, wonders of the world, literally. Think of that. You know, it's amazing. Enduring symbol of America to the entire world. The first time I saw the Grand Canyon years ago, I was a young senator. As I stood there and looked out, a phrase came to mind. It was instinctive. I said, this is God's cathedral. That's what it reminded me of. It just is so magnificent. As a matter of fact, I said 9. It's one of the 7 wonders of the world. And so today I'm proud to use my authority under the Antiquities Act to protect almost 1 million acres of public land around Grand Canyon National Park as a new national monument. To help right the wrongs of the past and conserve this land of ancestral footprints for all future generations. Over the years, hundreds of millions of people have traveled the Grand Canyon, awed by its majesty, but fewer are aware of its full history. From time immemorial, more than a dozen tribal nations have lived, gathered, prayed on these lands. But some 100 years ago, they were forced out. That very act of preserving the Grand Canyon as a national park was used to deny indigenous people full access to their homelands, to the places where they hunted, gathered, took precious sacred ancestral sites. They fought for decades to be able to return to these lands, to protect these lands from mining and development, to clear them of contamination, to preserve their shared legacy for future generations. I made a commitment as president to prioritize respect for the tribal sovereignty and self-determination, to honor the solemn promises the United States made to tribal nations to fulfill federal trust and treaty obligations. I pledge to keep using all that available authority to protect sacred tribal lands. My administration has worked alongside tribal leaders, including many of you who are here today, to keep that promise. At a time when some seek to ban books and bury history, we're making it clear that we can't just choose to learn only what we want to know. We should learn everything that's good, bad, and the truth about who we are as a nation. That's what great nations do. And we're the greatest of all nations. Only with truth comes healing and justice, and another step toward forming a more perfect union. Folks, our nation's history is etched in our people and in our lands. Today's action is going to protect and preserve that history, along with these high plateaus and deep canyons. Majestic red cliffs over 300 million years old, older than the oldest dinosaur ever known. Central to the creation stories of so many tribal people and so many tribal nations. Fundamental to who we are, to their way of life, to the most sacred ceremonies. Ancestors buried here, eternal sources of reverence and healing. These lands also support a range of ecosystems and plants from savannas to sagebrush to ponderosa pine, a haven of ironic species like bats, bison, bighorn sheep, and nearly 450 kinds of birds, including the bald and golden eagles. They're the historic home of 3,000 cultural sites, cliff houses, cave paintings, ancient spots that help us understand the history of these civilizations. They also are key to building resilience to drought and climate change. Creeks and streams flowing into the Colorado River, supporting farms and ranches across the Southwest, bringing clean water to 40 million Americans. By creating this monument, we're setting aside new spaces for families to hike, bike, hunt, fish, and camp. Growing the tourism economy that already accounts for 11% of all Arizona jobs. Folks, preserving these lands is good not only for Arizona, but for the planet. It's good for the economy. It's good for the soul of the nation. And I believe with my core and my course, the right thing to do. But there's more work ahead to combat the existential threat of climate change. You know, we've seen historic floods, more intense droughts, wildfires, spreading smoky haze, which I could sense today, thousands of miles. Record temperatures affecting more than 100 million Americans this summer. Over 100, I need not tell you, all over 110 degrees in Phoenix for 31 straight days. You know, extreme heat is America's #1 weather-related killer. Extreme heat kills more people than floods, hurricanes, and tornadoes combined. And it's threatening the farms, the forests, and the fisheries of so many families depend on to make a living. But none of this need be inevitable. From the start of my administration, we've taken an unprecedented action to combat the climate crisis. Last year, I signed the largest climate bill in the history not only of the United States, but literally in the history of the world. It's the biggest investment in climate conservation and environmental justice ever, anywhere in the history of the world. And it has many parts. For example, it'll save working families thousands of dollars a year if they install rooftop solar or weatherize their homes, and also conserve energy. And it includes a record $720 million for Native communities to ease the impact of droughts and rising sea levels, to bring clean electricity to tribal homes. In all, these historic measures put us on track to cut all American emissions in half by 2030. And we're well on our way. It also creates enormous employment, enormous growth, and things that better people's lives. My mom, God love her, had an expression. I lost my family. She said, "Joey, out of everything bad, something good will come if you look hard enough for it." Well, there's a lot of good that's going to come from the sacrifices of dealing with, taking on the climate crisis. Folks, these are investments in our planet, our people, in America itself. Protecting our outdoor treasures, making our nation more resilient. But some MAGA extremists in Congress are trying to undo it all. I didn't get any help from the guys on the other team. Every single solitary person voted against this historic clean energy investment. And now many of them are trying again to repeal these parts of the bills. But we won't let them. There's too much at stake. Let me close with this. America's natural wonders are central to our heritage and our identity as a nation. Conserving them not only protects the livelihoods of the people who depend on them, it preserves key pieces of our history, of the full American story, for generations to come. It unites us through all ages and connects us to something bigger than ourselves, much bigger than ourselves. Today marks an historic step in preserving the majesty of this place. First among American landmarks, sacred to tribal nations, revered by every American. It speaks of the soul of our nation, reminds us of who we are. We are the United States of America, and there's nothing beyond our capacity when we act together. Nothing at all. Well, folks, God bless you all. May God protect our troops. Now I want to invite some of our guests on stage. I think they know who they are supposed to come up as I sign the proclamation establishing the ancestral footprints of the Grand Canyon National Monument. Thank you, thank you, thank you. One who's going to be the first one to walk 1,000,000 acres. Secretary says she's sure many people have done it already. Did he see? All right, here we go. Let's play.